Marco grew up in a small fishing village where his father was a fisherman and his mother sold dried fish. Despite their poverty, Marco dreamed of owning a cruise ship company. Every time a grand vessel passed in the distance, his heart swelled with determination, but his dream was mocked. "You can't even afford new shoes, Marco," his classmates jeered. The wealthy families in town belittled his family, seeing them as nothing more than struggling fishermen. Yet Marco had one thing they didn't: his parents' unwavering support. "You have a big dream, my son," his father would say. "Big dreams need big effort." Determined, Marco studied everything about ships and business under the dim light of a kerosene lamp. At 16, disaster struck. A storm destroyed his father's fishing boat, leaving them destitute. The wealthy only sneered, but Marco made a vow: "I will change our lives." At 18, he moved to the city, working at a shipyard. The job was grueling, but it brought him closer to the world of ships. One night, he helped a struggling captain understand a complex loan contract. Impressed, the captain introduced Marco to a businessman in the cruise industry. "If you want to learn, work under me," the businessman offered. Marco worked tirelessly, absorbing knowledge. Years later, he risked everything, using his savings to buy a failing, second-hand cruise ship. People laughed. "A fisherman's son running a cruise business? It'll sink in a month." But Marco had a plan. He repaired the ship, offered budget-friendly cruises, and slowly, the business grew. Then a wealthy investor took notice. "If you had more ships, could you expand?" "Yes," Marco answered without hesitation. With investment, Marco's small company turned into a successful fleet. The same wealthy families who once mocked him now welcomed him into their circles. Standing aboard his finest cruise ship, his parents beside him, Marco felt the salty breeze against his face. "You did it, son," his father said proudly. Marco smiled. "No, father, we did it. Because dreams belong to those who refuse to surrender."